Good morning. December 27th. Beautiful day for a run. It's raining everywhere. I've only been rained on for about a minute of this run so far though, which is kind of nice. What a blessing. My brothers both say it's pouring where they live. My sister says it's pouring where they live. And my parents say it's pouring where they live. How did I get so lucky? So today I've been thinking about how to start running if you're pushing 50 and not in great shape. What do you do? Well, step one, start walking every day. You know, might only be 5 minutes at first. Push yourself to 10 until you're up to a half hour, maybe even longer, right? Start walking every day. Get outside would be ideal, because then you push yourself to finish a block, right? You push yourself to finish a circuit you create around your neighborhood. You push yourself to finish walking a certain place, or you go out to a park and you find a loop you like there, and then try a new one, right? You see what's label hiking trails. Here I am by Blue Course Road. It's pretty loud. And then step two, just like I just did, step two is to add some jogs in. Maybe those only last for 5 seconds at first in those runs. And you do that 3 days a week where you're adding a couple jogs in. You know, you can go by feel. Just jog a little. You know, make sure you're not hurting yourself. Take it easy, but take it. So next you're gonna gradually increase your run intervals. Right? You can get to something you like. Right now I'm doing a 1 minute run, 1 minute walk. Not because I can't run longer, but because I actually like this interval. It's an enjoyable interval. It's not too hard. I can go out for a little bit longer, spend some more time outside in this beautiful, damp earth God gave me as my playground to steward over, I guess. Get to see cool little trees like that, squirrels, rabbits, birds, you know. But yeah, actually there's nothing wrong with keeping a walk interval even after you can run for a half hour straight. Heading onto the trail. So the next thing might be going to your local running shoe store company and asking them to fit you for a good pair of shoes. Because a lot of running injuries can be from shoes. Actually, I like to change mine up after maybe a year of running with a certain shoe. Switch out to a different brand. It just hits the foot at a different angle, slows down some injuries. Lots of folk out here today, getting their workout in. Intergenerational up ahead too. Ultimately, good shoes are important, because we do know we get niggles when you're running. You'll figure it out after a couple weeks of running. You know, maybe it's your knees. Never been my knees. Maybe it's your Achilles tendon. I've had that. Maybe it's the bottom of your foot, plantar fasciitis. I had that 3 years ago. Don't have it anymore. Maybe it's your lower back. You know, with niggles, you want to push through them a little bit, but not too hard to injure yourself. But yeah, switching up shoes sometimes help with that too. Bicyclists out here too. I guess that's the next point then, is do something else in addition to running. Obviously you're already going to be walking if you follow my advice, walking every day, but maybe jump on a bicycle some days, or go lift some weights some days. You know, strengthen your body in different ways. That definitely helps when you're pushing 50, you know, to build up your whole system, because it's not just your legs that do the running. Your whole body has to be stronger and healthier, more fit in general. And that happens just by doing something different as well with your body, instead of just this forward motion, you know. Maybe something that requires left or right motion, you know. If you still got the ankles for it, basketball. I don't. You know, even going and shooting and playing some horse or something might be nice. Swimming, anything. What do you enjoy doing? Do something like that once a week. You know, maybe twice a week. Disc golf, you know, regular golf, anything. Walking and running. Here's two folk and a dog coming up. Beautiful trail to run on. Okay, so my 7th of 8 point is to stick with the 5K, or the 5K and 10K for a bit. There's a lot of urge to do a marathon, and I did a marathon. I'm happy I did it, but I waited 2 years, I think, after I started running before I even started training for the marathon I did. I might do marathons again, maybe a run walk interval like this. I ran the whole thing then. Well, after I messed up my ankle in mile 16, I did not run the rest of the way. But yeah, I aimed to run the whole thing and trained to run the whole thing. But running and walking is fine for marathons. But there's this push to do marathons, and you don't have to. If you run 5Ks, 5K, 10K, even up to half marathon, whatever, you run your local races, you're a runner, right? Don't feel that you have to succumb to doing a marathon just because so many of the books, so many of the YouTube channels, so many of the vlogs, so many of the podcasts are about marathons and marathoners. You know, 5Ks are good. If you can run a 5K now and you put in the work, you're doing more than 99% of people in the country, especially if you stick to it for years and don't run one and then give up. Or those people that run one marathon and never run again, they missed the point, didn't they? They missed the point. So you want to stick to it. And part of that is prudence. I guess that's a virtue that we don't have much today in America, prudence. But it's one of those godly virtues that would benefit your running to use. Also why I'm doing a run walk today. Prudence. I'm by this beautiful golf course. Golf is a great sport if you enjoy it too. And your walk and running habit will help you in any sport you love to do. Actually, I'm terrible at golf, so I haven't done it for about a decade. But still, I go to the driving range sometimes, hit a few balls, not very far. Just for the fun of it. It keeps you alive, keeps you going. And last but not least, have fun. Actually, one of the fun ways to run is called speed play, fartlek in Swedish, because they developed this idea in the 1920s so they'd be more competitive with Finland, who had the dominant distance running squad of that decade. And fartlek is just where you maybe run faster till you get to a tree up in the distance and then jog it easier after that, and then try just different speeds, right? Medium fast, medium slow, sprint, and you mix it up just for the fun of it. You know, fartlek, have fun, and that'll do a lot to develop your running ability as well, doing all those different speeds and realizing how much ability you have. So hopefully those 8 points help to get you where you want to be, a runner, whatever your age, health, size. Someone says, eject me. Don't be ejected. Stay in the game. Enjoy it. Don't fast forward. Maybe rewind sometimes. Lots of time out here on the roads and the trails, just to think and remember. Question of the day: did I miss any important points for runners pushing 50? Add them in the comments. Up the hill. Can you run up a hill?